What did you learn from working with big brands so early on, and maybe something you look back now owning a slightly smaller brand for now?
Storytelling, I would say, is number one thing I learned. It's about something can look beautiful and taste great, but if it doesn't have a good story behind it, then people are not going to buy into that. And I think it's a really good way of using design to tell that story. I mean, going back to Vinca, but that's why we chose one vineyard and one place for all the wines to come from, because we wanted a place to call home as a brand, because then we can tell that story. Then it gets like deeper, that we're like, you know, I mean, neither of the founders are all from Sicily, but we now have this like tie to Sicily, and it like, it helps bring depth to the story. And yeah, everything that we do, like, it's telling that story to the consumer, and not just looking good and tasting good.
Yeah. I guess outside of Vinca, do you think there's a brand that are doing that particularly well, that storytelling piece that you were maybe working with at the time?
Well, I think when we did the Guinness rebrand, I mean, I wasn't on like the main team, but like the team's idea was to put the love and attention and the detail back into the harp, because years and years and years of rebrands had basically, I don't know if you remember, but like if you think back, the harp of the Guinness was just completely stripped, single colour, and
it was just like a little squiggle.
It was literally just like a squiggle by the end of it. And the creative directing and the design team at Design Bridge were like, let's put the love and the story back into it. So they even had like a harp made, and then they used that to like build the logo from an actual harp, and all of these little nuances that, yeah, probably your average Joe watching the Six Nations isn't going to care about, but it is something about, it was that level of craft and that level of story, injecting that back into at such an integral time for the brand as well, because craft beer's booming. Like,
when was this? Do you remember kind of?
It was one of the last projects I worked on, and I left in 2017.
Oh, right. So it's not that long ago, necessarily.
Yeah.
And they decided to do that because they were losing that connection with audiences. Yeah,
I think so. And part of a good rebrand is that no one notices. So yeah, when Design Bridge rebrand Vinca, I hope no one notices. Yeah, that's it.
I think they will. So you said you quit. Why did you quit?
I got offered a chance of a lifetime to basically go and be a music photographer on Ed Sheeran's Divide tour.